This is Sunday, May 21. We're just near the Newark showground in England, and that can mean only one thing: it is the very popular Partizan Wargame show. It's one of 3 events held at the Newark showground every year. I previously covered Hammerhead. This is the first Partizan, and there'll be a second Partizan in due course, held sometime normally September, October. Okay, it is May, it is Newark, and it's got to be Partizan. Quick turn around here. It is the Partizan Wargame show, the second of 3 events held at the Newark showground. As you can tell, it is a big building, and this is just a quick pan around showing you how far it extends and what there is. I'm doing this one-handed, sound may not be brilliant, but here we are inside the main hall at Partizan. First stop of the day, this is the Chesterfield Old Boys, and they are deep in the realms of the American War of Independence. And unless my eyes deceive me, that is Mel the Terrain Tutor, who's just gone past me there. So he's clocking the figures. So Mel, Chesterfield Old Boys. Bit of close up here. Bit of close up. British troops crossing the bridge there. American War of Independence. Handsome little lineup. And what I'm actually going to do is unscrew the camera for the first time and actually take it in for some close-ups, a bit of zoom. So, going in close, Chesterfield Old Boys, American War of Independence, British here. Again, this is Chesterfield Old Boys. Got the artillery here. British troops crossing the bridge here. Some kind of portable shield arrangement on wheels there. Engaging American loyalists, American revolutionaries on that side. Looks like Hessian troops there in action against American revolutionaries on that side. And next stop is the Sheffield and Rotherham Wargames Club. And they are deep in the realms of Napoleonic. Looks like the Prussians are going in here. Defended buildings over there. Large mass of French troops coming down through the centre. Front of us, march columns under Losthin, I presume is a Prussian commander. And That looks vaguely like the one of the guard. I think that's the old guard grenadiers. Just check that out. Yep, they got grenade. Oh, no, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I can see grenadiers over there, but it might just be a battalion that's got a grenadier company. You normally keep the old guard at the back. So, this is Sheffield and Rotherham Wargames Club. Again, I'm going to unclip the camera. Unclip the camera and go in for a close-up. So this is Sheffield and Rotherham again. Nice game. Right, this is something different. This is a game put on called Little Soldiers. It's being done in the style of H.G. Wells's Little Wars. I'm going to try and find out which club's organising it in a minute. But very much a blocky approach on hills, etc. There's a set of rules over here, just spotted. Game of Toy Soldiers, Interwar Edition, Mark's Little Soldiers. Excuse me, which club are you? Which club are you? We're not. Okay, so it's the Mark. Right. Okay, right. Okay, it's organised by a chap called Mark. I'll try and get his details into the caption later. Very simplistic, almost stylised form of terrain. Figures are very simple and looks about sort of Spanish Civil War-ish type of period. Right, firmly back in the realms of fantasy now. We have Midgard, Heroic Battle Wargame rules. And this one's being organised by Morris and Chums. So not a formal club as such, it's Morris and Chums. Some sort of frost giant or frost ogre there. And this looks like... Could that be the stairs up to Valhalla or Midgard? I'm never quite sure on my... So it does look quite spectacular. It does look like some of the gods are coming down to take part. So this is Midgard, Heroic Battle Wargame rules, organised by Morris and Chums. Going in for a close-up. Don't let me interfere with your game. Yeah, I love the bridge. Where's it go to? It does go to Asgard, I thought so. My, yeah. Thank you. Here we are at the Larson Longbow stall. Got to give a big shout out to them because I've been associated with them since the 1980s. So Larson Longbow, it's a sort of society of wargamers, historians and some reenactors. Large supply of pre-printed flags in 15 and 28mm. Large supply of our very useful booklets on the period, and including Larson Longbow Society's own wargame rules, which are called poleaxed. There's poleaxe down there. However, they are also kind enough to sell my rules as well, which I think is very nice of them. Right, so these are Larson Longbow publications. Also a handy selection of second-hand or pre-owned books on the same subject. Right, something very different. This is Catch the Pigeon, a three-dimensional aerial game where we have aircraft, and presumably somewhere in there is a pigeon being hunted. Aircraft are mounted on poles. I presume they can climb and dive on them. We were doing the same sort of thing this at Rochford in Essex in the 1980s on behalf of Harold Wargames. So it's nice to see three-dimensional gaming coming. Yeah, this is Hunt the Pigeon, being organised by the Huntingdon and District Wargame Society. It's a three-dimensional game, hex grid, and it looks like it had a variety of what can best be described as weird and wacky aircraft. Right, switching to this side and staying with the aerial theme, this is the Wings of Glory table. There's the actual combat taking place over there. They're heading out towards the coast. This is World War I three-dimensional game. I actually play this myself, and I'm a member of the aerodrome site, so I will be posting this over there in due course. And there's somebody over there, I think I know, wearing an aerodrome t-shirt at the moment. So this is going to be the Wings of War table. Nice Draken balloon over there. I was lucky enough to get one of those old Drakens before they went out of production, but I understand they're now since back. And here, very carefully looked after, nice selection of German Imperial Aviation Service aircraft. I assume the Allied aircraft are being, Allied aircraft are at the other end. Nice selection of Allied, got some Camels. Someone's got an FE2. Nice. Nice selection of very early. Now over on this side, we have, continuing the same theme, that was Wings of Glory. This is the similar product. This is Sails of Glory. Same company, Ares. Same group of designers. And they're doing Sails of Glory. Physical, three-dimensional models of Napoleonic. Looks like someone's doing badly. I think I've just been dismasted. Yep. And this is Sails of Glory, which is the tabletop sister to what used to be called Wings of War and now called Wings of Glory.
So we're ready to move?
Right, this is Blitzkrieg Miniatures, doing a very large scale robot game. I mean, that is some size robot. There they are, fighting away over there. Don't let me stop you playing, you play through. No, my policy is I work around you, not the other way round.
No, you're alright, buddy, don't worry about it.
I'm Warspite. I'll give you one when we leave this in a minute.
Oh, that's okay.
Right, are you Blitzkrieg Miniatures or are you a club?
No, we're Blitzkrieg.
You are Blitzkrieg Miniatures, right, lovely. Is this large one actually used?
No, that's just a display piece that we've done.
Chunky old bit of kit though, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to drop it and you don't want to do anything about it. It took about a week for us to print it.
Oh, it's all
everything that you can see.
Yeah.
All the mechs are printed. The bases are printed.
Yeah.
All the walling is printed.
Yeah.
The base at the back is 3D. The gantries inside are 3D.
Really?
The radar station that's spinning around there, all the mechanism, everything is 3D.
So that's all 3D printed, is it? And presumably customers can buy the files from you, yeah?
No, they can buy the mechs.
All right. So you print them yourself?
We manufacture the models ourselves.
I'm with you. So you haven't gone into this business yet of actually selling the file. You just sell the product.
Yeah,
that's fair enough.
Yeah, Blitzkrieg predominantly normally World War II company.
Yep.
So we've been about for about 15 years.
Yep.
So we produce our own tanks, we produce ancient figures, naval ships, etc.
Okay.
Vast range of product range. Sci-fi is what we've just started to get into now.
Okay.
But we don't sell STL files for two reasons basically. One, it helps us control the quality of the product.
Yeah.
So you don't get a inferior product.
Yeah.
And two, it cuts down on any piracy and copyright.
Yeah, piracy is always going to be an issue when you're selling
Massive
files.
issue, unfortunately.
That's fine. You were on live sound, but I think you've given us a good explanation, so I'd like to use that.
That's
right?
okay, that's fine.
Thank you very much. Letsxcape Games Cafe. They're based locally here in Newark. And what they're doing today is a 15mm, yes, a 15mm Western Gunfight. And the rules they're using are the Two Fat Lardies What a Cowboy set. And those are here. Now what I like, as a 15mm man myself, is that you can get the entire western town onto a table probably 6 foot by 4, 6 foot by 5. There's plenty of range to manoeuvre around out of gunshot range. The buildings are excellent. Someone's put a lot of effort into this. Right, little close up here. That's the corner. Stagecoach here. I'm just being informed the horses are bolted. And it's taken off.
The stagecoach has cleared the way for a bit more gun-toting action. Let's see who's going to be first to the draw. It's the Ace of Hearts. No, he's still perfect. The Ace of Spades.
Right, something a little bit closer to my own heart. This is the Hornsea Contemptibles, and we are firmly back in the realms of the Wars of the Roses. It's a term I don't like. I think it's very inaccurate. But here we go. Wars of the Roses. Big open field, units coming up on both sides. I'm going to switch to close up now. Right, it's now going in closer on the Hornsea game. This is a Wars of the Roses unit. I think that's Lord Say and Sell over there. Recognise his heraldry. Down here, mixture of, I think that's actually just Billman there. Handgunnies here. Got some cavalry here. Over here, the opposition. They look suspiciously French. They've got fleur-de-lis up. Bombard there. And over this side, looks like longbow, crossbow in front. A lot of bill, not seeing many longbow. A lot of crossbow, not seeing many longbow. Oh, we've got longbow down here with Say and Sell. There. Earlier we have the Larson Longbow Society here, but we also have present today, Emil, the train tutor. We also have present today the Northamptonshire Battlefield Society. Nice bunch of lads. I've spoken to them before. Obviously they have interest in the Battle of Northampton, Naseby and other incidents occurring within the county, Edgecote for example. They have an interesting interpretation down here of the Battle of Northampton itself. This is Yorkist forces here attacking the Royal Camp, fortified camp at Northampton 1460. Of course on the day, so the story goes, it was raining heavily. The gunpowder artillery in that enclosure there largely failed to work, but believe it or not, one fired cannonball was found on site only recently, indicating at least one gun did get off. So they also have some interesting armour. You've got a nice sallet, nice hound-skull bassinet, an earlier late Norman, very early medieval helm over there, and a chainmail hauberk. Selection of shot and arrowheads here, including some standard types and some hunting types. The big broad-bladed meat cutters, which are ideal for bringing down game. Not much use against people, but a horse wouldn't like it. The very pointy one is for splitting mail, while this one is probably your typical armour piercing. So this is the Northamptonshire Battlefield Society display of arms, armour and the Battle of Northampton itself. Right, this is going to be a tricky shot. I'd just like to give the Battlefields Trust, the Friends of the Civil War Centre, a mention as well. They're running a very busy stall here today. So busy, in fact, I'm having to lift the camera above everyone's heads to get the shot. Nice selection of periodicals, very pleasantly sold, and they've just sold me a very nice book on the Battle of Stoke. So that's the Battlefields Trust and Friends of the English National Civil War Centre. Right, on this side we have the Two Fat Lardies holding Oosterbeek, which is one of the many conflicts as part of the ill-fated Arnhem campaign. Somebody's tank has just gone up there. Somebody's tank has just gone up there. And I can see on the far side, that's some of the German forces waiting to come in. It may surprise some of you to see a Char B over there. But it's known that the Char Bs did serve with the Dutch SS. Some of them equipped with a flamethrower in the hull. And Dutch SS troops did fight on behalf of the Nazi German forces at Arnhem. That looks like the Paras. So I'm assuming they either haven't been placed yet or they are hidden in amongst the buildings. I'm going to change position. There doesn't appear to be any figures out yet, but someone's come a very bad second in that command car. And as I recall, a very similarly camouflaged vehicle was destroyed by one of the German commanders in it. That's probably him. So this is Two Fat Lardies at Oosterbeek. This has been a Warspite production. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a thumbs up. If you've really enjoyed it, please feel free to subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next time. This is Warspite out, and have a very good day.